That's what we've been waiting for!
It's what we wanted all along!
Pika, Pika! Hey, listen! It's too late for a
I
bus.
said, let him have it, Mac.
The Mario movie poster is finally here, and we get our first look at Mario and the Mushroom Kingdom. And I have to say, I'm in love with it. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through what I really loved about this poster, as well as a couple of Easter eggs and things that might be essential to know for the story itself. And of course, there are going to be some predictions here, so nothing is going to be 100% true, because we're going to find out all of that on Thursday. Anyway, let's get into what I liked about this thing. Now, first and foremost, we see Mario here, and we can see just how detailed his overalls, his shoes, his hair, his hat, everything about Mario is so detailed, and I love it. It's so lifelike, yet retaining that simplistic charm this character seems to capture in every single game. I know we haven't seen his face yet, so there's still a lot up in the air and there's still a ton they can get wrong, but judging by everything else I'm seeing so far in this poster, and even just from this view of Mario, I can tell that they're going to do a pretty great job with the rest of the design for this character. Speaking of other great designs, the other characters that we see on this poster are the Toads, the Bitty Buds, and a look at a Cheep Cheep. Now, this is pretty much it, and I have to say that every single last one of them look spectacular, and there's only a few changes that I actually notice here, and honestly, I really like it that way. It kind of keeps everything in line, and it makes them really recognizable, and the Toads already were pretty great design characters, and here they are again, looking just as awesome as always. The last thing I'm going to say that I really liked about this poster, which, I mean, I could go on and on about how much I really love everything that's going on here, but I do want to mention that the way the Mushroom Kingdom castle looks is far better than I've seen in any other Mario game. It seems like Illumination and Nintendo really wanted to blow us away with just how visually pleasing this castle can be, and the Mushroom Kingdom to its entirety. But it is worth noting that the Mushroom Kingdom does look a lot like a certain theme park that's going to be coming out very soon in Orlando that's already open and available in Japan. And I know there are some concerns that the Mario movie could possibly be like a promotional opportunity for that theme park, but I really am going to lay on the edge of optimism and believe that that's not going to be the case. I feel like Nintendo wouldn't do something like that, at least not now anyway. That aside, there's a couple things that I see in this poster that I believe are really worth talking about, as it could be essential to the story. First thing being the antique store. Now, if you notice, you can see a P-switch, a music block, and a key, as well as a chest. And the one thing that all of these items have in common is that they're all pixelated, not having the same properties and qualities that the rest of the environment of this poster seems to have. And that might be just representing that the whole idea that they're supposed to be antique or whatever, but it'd be really interesting to see the power-ups actually be pixelated coming from regular looking question blocks, which would kind of mean that they're out of place, but I think it could work well. But anyway, looking to the right of the P-switch, you can see a Yoshi egg. Keeping in mind that Yoshis are a species and not just an individual character, it could be any Yoshi in that egg, but it's also possible it could be the main one that we see in the Mario series, and perhaps maybe even the main one we see here in this movie. As I said earlier, this is the best I believe the Mushroom Kingdom has ever been depicted, and we've only seen so little of it. It reminds me a lot of Hyrule Castletown in Ocarina of Time, as well as Twilight Princess, as in it's actually like a city that surrounds a castle. I don't really ever remember something like this happening in the Mario series before, at least not the Princess Peach's castle, but if you guys remember, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I do want to mention that the castle looks a lot like Mario Odyssey's castle. I really wonder if that's what their inspiration came from. Certainly wouldn't be a bad option. Okay, but to kind of close out this video here, I want to talk about a little small thought that I had regarding this poster. As you can see here with the red Toad having the backpack on, this is likely going to be our Captain Toad. This is probably where he gets his start as becoming Captain Toad, as for this point in time he might just be a Toad who likes to travel and explore. But eventually by the end of the movie, maybe he'll get the name Captain Toad. I'm not sure. But the big piece here is he's giving Mario what seems to be a tour of where he lives and where the kingdom is supposed to be. And Mario's just standing there looking as awesome as always. And in the background, we can see Yellow Toad, or Ala Gold, looking at Mario in a way that's kind of perplexed. He might be wondering, who is this strange person and why is he here? As it seems to me that most of the Mushroom Kingdom is comprised of toads, and we can even see their little houses decorated on the side of the hill that hosts the Mushroom Kingdom castle. Maybe Yellow Toad is just so thrown off by his appearance that he's unable to really understand what's going on here. It's not exactly what I would call a bold prediction, but I do think it's worth noting that Mario probably isn't from the Mushroom Kingdom or anywhere of this world. Perhaps the movie's gonna have him portrayed as a plumber from Brooklyn like we've seen in the past that ends up in this world. Now, we've seen a few leaks, of course, regarding this movie, so it's quite possible that some of them, or maybe even all of them, turn out to be true to a certain extent, but as far as I'm concerned, everything is still up in the air. This movie has the opportunity of blowing us Mario fans completely away, and perhaps even the rest of the world. Personally, this is my most anticipated movie for 2023, and I really cannot wait for it. But now I want to hear what you guys have to say. Are you excited for the movie, still nervous, or are you maybe not a fan of any of this at all? I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And also, while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video if you enjoyed it, as it goes a super long way, and I really appreciate it. But anyway, now's a great time to say shout out my legendary channel members. Thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel and creating the best possible content that I can create. Videos like these, and many more, would not be possible without you. I praise the Lord for y'all every single day. Y'all are truly the best. If you want to come over my channel, there'll be a link in the description down below. But if you want to support me through other means, I have a merch store, and you guys can check out all sorts of SONICSTA swag, whether it be hoodies, hats, t-shirts, you name it, we got it. The link will be in the description for that as well. But anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. This is Sonic signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?